what's up, guys?
Hey.
It's your girl, Lindsay Does It.
And it's Hazel Joy.
And this is the Filleninals podcast. Welcome to another episode. And this is actually our last episode
of 2023.
Actually, this is the last recording of 2023, but our first episode of 2024.
Yes.
Because by the time you guys hear this,
right.
it will be the new year.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's going to be the first.
That's wild.
The first Monday of January is the first New Year's Day.
I can't believe it's almost 2024.
The year flew. It definitely did.
Okay, since it's always a time to reminisce on, the past things that has happened, I have to share the most memorable New Year's, one of the most memorable New Year's I've ever had was hosting the Track Life party with DJ Big Lou at apartment 30.
Apartment.
What was it? What's that bar called?
Apartment.
What did
I
call
think
it?
It was 305.
305. I was gonna say 305. I almost said 304. Right? Apartment.
There's so many places that incorporate
numbers. Is it
numbers.
still around? I know. Huh?
I think so. I think it is.
Okay.
Dang.
That was the best. I hosted that party and it was I would say a huge success.
Damn.
Of course, DJ Big Lou obliterated the dance floor.
Of course.
So that was amazing. And just everybody was vibing that night.
Oh,
I got the family to come out. My
DJ
mom,
Mr.
my
Lee, he's fun too.
Yeah,
that's right. DJ Mr. Lee was there too. Oh, shout out to Mr. Lee.
Good times.
Dude, I think I missed it. I think me and Darius missed it.
I think you were out of town.
We were out of town.
I wish you were there. It was
I know.
epic.
I know. Dude, yeah, I heard it was a fun time and it was like packed in there and good vibes.
I feel like I would host a New Year's party. Because, that's one of the fun ones for sure.
Maybe New Year's 2025, you and I can do a Filleninals New Year's party.
You know what? I don't have anything going on.
Oh, for 2025? We got a year to plan it.
Well, that's what I meant. I was just like, wait, no, you're going out of town for 2024, 2025.
I'll be coming back on the 30th because I know that we both have DJ friends and friends that are party promoters. So I know that there's like an endless amount of things to do for New Year's at the end of this year. So me and Darius, I think we're going to keep our schedules kind of open and just see which party looks like the most fun, convenient, and safe maybe, I guess, that checks all the boxes, and we'll probably just do that. But I know you'll be out of town, right?
Not for New Year's.
Oh,
no, I'm back. So I'm going to Vegas for Christmas, the 22nd to the, I think 26th. I think we're coming back the 26th.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. And then I should be pretty much in town for the rest of the year after that.
Nice. Are you going to do the family thing and just watch fireworks on TV or?
Yeah, pretty much.
The New Year's Rockin' Eve at the
What channel?
Rockefeller Center. I think that's like
Is that on?
ABC.
Okay. Well, I don't really have regular TV, so I probably won't watch it.
Peacock.
Do they have it on there?
I think so.
Is it live too?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
I
Peacock
might
has
have
live TV.
Peacock.
Yeah.
But can I take a break and moment to cheers
Oh,
really quick? Because I forgot we had these sitting. But
cheers.
let's cheers our little champagne. Thanks. Shout out Nino.
Shout out to Nino Lanera, our great homie and producer extraordinaire from Mix TV.
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, he actually Mr. Worldwide, dale. He actually gifted us with a bottle of Veuve Clicquot for
So
at
fancy.
the launch party. Yeah, so thank you, Nino. This is delicious too.
She's taking too long. Let me take a sip real quick. I'm thirsty.
You're like,
She saw me. Yeah. She saw me taking a sip. She's like, all right, I'm gonna shut up talking. No, I'm just kidding.
So I guess we could say that cheers was to good friends and good champagne.
And congratulations to us for making it 10, 11 episodes so far.
Yeah.
What number is this one?
I think this is the 11th
I'm losing
episode.
track. I'm just kidding.
11th or 12th. I can't remember. It's
that is a good champagne.
the fact that we kind of record ahead of time, I always kind of lose track.
Me too.
As far as like how many episodes we have. But I mean, whether it be 10, 12, whatever, I mean, we made it to the end of the year. And so far, so good. We've gotten so much good feedback from people who listen and watch us.
Yeah,
and it just
you.
motivates us to do even bigger and greater episodes for 2024.
Yeah, we doing it big.
Watch out. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. Oh my gosh, we have like this party vibe going on, but I know
we do. Actually, I wanted to do our TikTok video before we started the show, but
This reminds me, though, you went to a party over the weekend.
Oh my goodness. Are you bringing this up? Okay.
Well, I got to catch up with my girl. I haven't seen you in a week.
Shout out to happy birthday to Sierra. We actually were invited by Nathan, her boyfriend. And yeah, it was a time. It was a good time. It was a surprise birthday party for her. And they had a bull over there.
A bull?
A bull, you know?
Mechanical bull.
Yeah, mechanical bull.
What? I wonder how much that is to rent.
And they had a lot of tequila.
I love tequila.
So that was really delicious.
Oh my gosh. I thought you weren't a tequila person. I thought you liked dark.
I like both. I think those would be like my go-tos, I think.
Ooh,
Yeah.
so like dark liquor or tequila.
Yeah. But they definitely had Jack Honey too. And I'm like, dude, it was a time. I'm going to just say that.
Man, well, you know what? Jack Honey, every time I hear or think about Jack Honey, I think about the Layover Show episode when we had Adrian Marcel as a guest.
Oh,
'Cause you remember?
that was Jack Honey. I think that was my first time having Jack Honey.
Because we asked him, because, I mean,
That show was epic.
it was. We were still at the Little Tokyo studio, and it was such a vibe. But you see what we're drinking right now, but back then we drank every episode.
It was a party.
Yeah, so
it was a party.
When Adrian came through, I remember we asked him, what do you like to drink? And he was like, you guys have Jack Honey? And I'm like, no. And I think either one of our people or one of his people
I thought it was his.
went and grabbed it. Yeah.
His.
And so he just poured everybody some Jack Honey. And ever since then, anytime I see or hear about Jack Honey, I think about Adrian Marcel.
We had a time. If you want to go back into the archives, go into mixcloud.com/the layover show or Track Life. Just search it. You'll find it.
Just search for it.
Is it Mixcloud or is it SoundCloud? Probably Mixcloud.
Mixcloud.
It goes way back.
I know Mixcloud went through some changes a few years back, so I hope our stuff is still up there. We haven't looked in so long.
Although we weren't the greatest at keeping video content, we have the audio content.
Yeah.
So,
and if you go back to our The Layover Show Instagram account and you go back to like,
there you go.
Maybe 2017, maybe?
Damn, it was 2017.
I think so.
Sheesh.
We got video of Adrian Marcel pouring up, and we got video of him singing along to a Chris Brown song. I remember this vividly, and I was just like, I gotta record. I'm like sitting across from him, and I'm like, I gotta record you singing right now because you sound so good.
So good.
And he has a new project out with two Filipino cats from the Bay Area
Right now?
Yes, CRSB.
Well, also E40.
E40.
That one song.
Oh my God, his song Bip City.
Bip City, there you
E40,
go.
such
Hey,
a
so
banger.
good.
I'm so happy that he's finding his audience again. Because I remember at the time he was talking about how 2 a.m. was such a big hit.
2 a.m.
I want that girl. Dude, and that song still bangs, but that was like his one big hit, and then he had like some independent projects after that didn't really have a whole lot of traction. So seeing him now with Bip City, and he has E40 on it, and the music video is so much fun, and he's getting so much love on Spotify and all the streaming services. I feel so happy for that dude because he is one of the most talented people we've ever interviewed.
Super humble, dude.
Shout out to Adrian Marcel. Come back on the show. Come back on the
come
to the Filleninals
show.
podcast.
We're gonna have Aaron just cut this clip and post it on social media, asking Adrian Marcel to come back on the show.
Definitely
or come on our new show.
Yeah, I forgot how we got on this subject, but yeah. Oh, Jack Honey was at the party.
Jack Honey was at the party. You know what drink that's not alcoholic that I had over the weekend that's actually pretty good, and I would have never tried it unless if it wasn't free. What?
Monster energy drink watermelon.
That's an alcoholic drink?
No, it's not. It's that energy drink.
Water Monster.
Watermelon Monster.
Watermelon Monster.
Yeah. So over the weekend, me and my boyfriend went to Designer Con, which was in Anaheim at the convention center. And if you guys don't know what Designer Con is, it basically is just a big convention with like a whole bunch of graphic designers, apparel brands, toy companies, figurines, comic book companies, hobby shops, and things like that. So a whole bunch of like collectibles. And we were walking around, and I think Monster like helped sponsor the event. So they had girls passing out free Monster energy drinks. And I tried the watermelon one, and it was actually really good. It was really delicious. And
Were you hyper?
It wasn't really that caffeinated. So I F with it because I don't like when energy drinks do too good of a job.
You?
Yeah. But yeah, so we had a good time. There was a panel on Sunday, and Kwame, Pharaoh Monch, Chino XL, they were on that panel. Oh, Mers was on that panel.
Mers. You got to tell the people about Mers on the Layover Show.
Okay, I don't know if Mers would have ever recognized me, but me and Darius, we were kind of sitting towards the front, but I had a mask on because over the weekend, people were just coughing a lot. And I'm like, let me just be safe and put a mask on. But if I had it off, I wonder if Mers would have recognized me because Hazel and I interviewed him on the Layover Show at the Little Tokyo office years ago.
Another memorable show.
That man is wild. Like, when you interview him, he seems really, like, serious and kind of...
And sincere and, like...
Yeah, kind of, like... on the dry side, but he's
funny.
Towards the end of the interview, he
got real comfortable.
Oh, he got so comfy. I think he knew that it was about to be the end of the interview, and he just started asking like the craziest questions.
He was talking about fleshlights.
He was talking about fleshlights. He was talking about girl on girl entertainment.
You were like, this interview turned all the way around.
You should have blossomed like 30 minutes ago with this kind of banter, because I mean, as like kind of shocking and a little bit uncomfortable as it was definitely funny and entertaining. So
hilarious.
Mers, oh man, yeah, Mers was there. I gotta take these glasses off because the yellow is kind of tripping me out. I'm gonna just put it on my head.
You know what? Now I can't take it off because I have like makeup marks on my nose.
Does it look like a tiara on me?
It does actually.
Yeah, let's wear it tiara style. But yeah, so he was part of the panel, and they were just it was hosted by Destroy, D-S-T-R-O-Y, who is a rapper and also a host on Sirius FM. He actually has a show on collectibles, and basically like hobbyists
doesn't work on my head,
and stuff like that because you're wearing a beanie.
Yeah.
And he was basically interviewing the rappers and how much toy, comic book, and cartoon culture kind of like molded them as kids and as rappers. And it was so cool. So next year, they're going to have Designer Con in Vegas. We're going to try to go again. And if you guys are like any kind of like geeky type of nerdy, dorky type of, I don't know, if you're fascinated by like collectible culture, definitely hit up Designer Con. I highly recommend it.
It looks so fun. And thank you so much for this little pin. She got me a little pin, Illa Manila. And it's a banana ketchup.
So Illa Manila is an apparel brand from San Diego. They're Filipino American. And so they're selling t-shirts and pins and other like small like trinkets. And I saw that banana ketchup pin and I was like, Hazel. I immediately thought of her.
Cute.
Like, I have to get this for her. It's so funny. They have like Jollibee pins. They have what else? They have Wallace pins. It's just very much Filipino American culture in apparel, pins, and trinkets. So definitely check them out. Illa Manila, spelled how it sounds. Yeah.
That's dope. I love it.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
Well, it sounds like you had a very eventful weekend.
We
both
fun.
did.
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
Good.
We love Anaheim, by the way.
Anaheim's not too... Well, actually, I used to live in Anaheim. Did I tell you that?
Oh,
I lived in Anaheim for a little bit, and then I moved to Bunny Park.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah. Right across the street.
Exactly.
They're side by side, right?
Exactly.
So that was my weekend.
Awesome.
Do you have plans for New Year's?
New Year's? No, actually. No, I don't think I do. Not right now, at least.
Yeah.
Just kind of winging it.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what we're doing yet, but yeah, I don't know. But being that the year is coming to a close, I'm just like thinking about like reflecting on the year, and then like thinking of resolutions, because that's what we do as Americans. We have New Year's resolutions, and I don't know if resolutions is still a thing, but one thing I do remember, I have a very memorable New Year's Eve, like how you said that your memorable one was when you hosted that party at apartment 305.
Yep.
What I remember was when I was 17 years old. It was 1999, and people were afraid of the Y2K bug. Do you remember that?
Oh my gosh. I know. Of course I remember that.
You're like 5.5, 6 years younger than me, so I wasn't sure.
I remember that.
So you were about
people
like
were
11,
up
12,
on water.
right?
Yeah, I remember that for sure.
So if you guys don't know, Y2K was so scary. So think about this. The year is 1999. Not everybody even has like a home computer yet. That's kind of like how new like the internet was, and just like overall technology. So I kind of want to take this opportunity to go over like Y2K and how it felt living in that moment. So I was about 17 when actually I had just turned 17 in December of 1999. And you were how old?
99?
Yeah.
What's 2023 minus, no, sorry, 1999 minus 88?
You were 11.
Yeah.
You're 11. So you're 11. I was 17. And I just remember people starting to panic
Yeah,
as the
that.
year started to come to a close. So
Yeah.
for you guys, I don't know, Y2K is shorthand for the year 2000. Y2K was commonly used to refer to a widespread computer programming shortcut that was expected to cause extensive havoc as the year changed from 1999 to 2000. So the weird thing about like, I guess computer and programming, like when a lot of computers were programmed like in like the 70s and 60s, they didn't program the year as 4 digits. They programmed it as 2. And the reason why is because that software was very expensive. So they had to like cut corners everywhere they can. So for example, instead of, saying like 0501 1980, they would do 0501 80. So the fear that Y2K put into everybody was like, oh shit, when 99 is no longer 99, when the year 1999 goes into 2000, it's going to say 00. And the banking systems and all the other systems that are set up are going to think that it's 1900 and not 2000.
Well, that was the real fear.
That was the fear. So yeah, at the dawn of the computer age, the programs being written required the type of data storage that was extremely costly. So that's why they only had 2 digits for the year instead of 4. So in the years and months leading up to the turn of the millennium, computer experts and financial analysts feared that the switch from the 2-year digit 99 to 00 would wreak havoc on computer systems ranging from airline reservations to financial databases to government systems. So millions of dollars, and I didn't know this at the time.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah. So I remember as a kid when I woke up January 1st, 2000, I checked everything. I opened up my computer. I wanted to see if anything looked funky. I checked the news to see if anything disastrous happened, and nothing changed.
I think I was too young to really grasp that and care. I don't think I checked anything.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, I just see people panicking and buying hella water and like the stores and stuff.
Right. For sure.
Kind of like COVID, where people buying toilet paper and stuff.
That totally reminds me of COVID. Well, COVID reminds me of Y2K. Now that I think about it, you're right. Like a lot of people are like so unsure about what's going to happen. So when I woke up and I found out that everything was still normal, I just thought like, oh, big deal. Nobody worried about, everybody was worrying about nothing. But in reality, millions of dollars were spent to prevent big crashes from actually happening.
Really?
So let's see, millions of dollars were spent in the lead up to Y2K in IT and software development to create patches and workarounds to squash the Y2K bug. And knowing that most banks ran on dated computers and technologies, it wasn't irrational for depositors to worry that Y2K would seize the banking system up, thereby preventing people from withdrawing money or engaging in important transactions. And when you extend it to a global scale, these worries of an epidemic like panic had international markets holding their breath heading into the turn of the century. Mm-hmm. So the U.S. government passed the year 2000 Information and Readiness Disclosure Act to prepare for the event and formed a President's Council that consisted of senior officials from agencies like the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, to monitor efforts of private companies to prepare their systems for the event. So yeah, this whole time I just thought like, oh, people were worried about nothing. We just like went along as whatever, and nothing happened. But they were actually estimated like up to like $1 billion utilized to try to squash this bug.
Overall, nothing happened.
But very, very minor incidents. But as far as like a nationwide or worldwide problem, yeah, that didn't happen. We were fine. So yeah, I wanted to look back and like, kind of look into like what all happened there, because as a teenager, I was like, oh, it wasn't a big deal after all. People make a big deal out of nothing, but literally it would have been a big deal had that act did not get passed and nobody did anything to remedy the situation before December 31st. So it actually could have been really bad.
Damn.
But luckily all those dollars spent kept us from experiencing like huge banking collapses and things like that. So I'm glad we survived that.
I have no recollection of really what I was doing in that
You're a
time. I was just
baby.
a kid. Yeah. Just seeing people kind of go through that panic, and then I just went along with whatever I was
Right. I mean, you
caring about
couldn't
at the
really
time.
do anything because
Yeah.
you were just a
A
kid.
kid. Yeah.
Can we cheers to the fact that the year 2000 didn't ruin us?
That we survived 2000.
Yeah, here we go. Boom. Just an excuse to drink.
That's true, because we're parched.
Yeah, we are. We
Okay.
can say that.
So 2000 ended up just being a normal year.
Yeah. Like most of us experienced absolutely no changes whatsoever. It was just a normal year. Normal day. January 1st was a normal day.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go ahead and fast forward to the year 2023. I always kind of have like mixed feelings about like the end of the year because I feel like, oh man, time flies so fast. Sometimes I have regrets about what I didn't do and what
That's
I
true.
did wrong over the year. And then I also have like optimism for like doing it right, when the new year comes around. So I wanted to ask you, Hazel, like reflecting on 2023, do you have any pros and cons that you want to share?
Of like things that happened over 2023.
Yeah.
A pro is for sure is taking a leap into like my own thing, my own business, and just really trying to make something of my own name, which I think even to get to that point in as far as decision making, I think that was the biggest pro, just because you know what, I'm just gonna do it, type of vibe.
Man.
So I would say that's a huge pro of 2023. And I think along with all the roller coasters, it's just like, of course, along with that, there are other cons that happen that I've learned to have to let go of, and just accept it, for that next chapter. So I guess that's one pro and con. I can't think of another thing else. Well, besides being able to spend time more with Malachi, for sure, is another huge pro. So just trying to find that work-life balance.
Oh yeah,
Is
that's important.
a huge con. In the sense that it's hard to find that balance, but I think in retrospect, the pro of that is just being able to be present and being able to just cherish your time with the people that love you and the people that give you the energy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Totally.
That's definitely a pro.
For real. I mean, like finding the silver lining in everything is always like a pro. If you can find a silver lining, then hold on to that. Go towards that.
Exactly.
I love it.
How about you?
For me, the pros and cons. The pro is definitely to get back on the mic with you, doing the
Filleninals.
That's
a given.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was
For
like,
sure.
she's saving that because that's my answer.
No, that's a for sure given. It's just so amazing to be back on the mic with you. Like, we've always had such a great time, and even outside of the studio, off the mic, like I feel like literally I always feel like you're down for anything, like for anything fun. So I appreciate that in you.
Aw, thanks, Hazel. I mean,
I'm grateful for our friendship.
Likewise, like when during our launch party when Irv was saying that you and I have a chemistry that is kind of like undescribable. It's true.
It's true.
I feel like we met because of like similar interests. You were a guest on the show, and then we became friends. And I'm like, oh my god, this girl is so like awesome. Because with me being introverted, and I feel like
you can be an intro out extrovert too at the same time.
With a lot of introverts, when introverts are around people they're comfortable with, they turn into an extrovert. Yeah,
that's why I'm like, I don't know if I've ever seen that side of you, but
so like with me, like growing up, I always have a little bit of like anxiety when meeting new people, and like I don't want to overextend or over assume that someone is cool with me just because I'm cool with them. So I don't have a lot of close friends, but I can say Hazel is like one of my favorite people. Yeah.
That's hard to believe because I feel like you're so easy to get along with.
It's true. Oh, thanks. I try my best. I try my best to be professional and polite and just like friendly. But in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, I hope they like me. You know what I mean? It's like
everybody
it's one
loves
of those things.
you.
Aw, thanks, Hazel. Is it true? Let me know. But yeah, so definitely a pro is getting this podcast off the ground. I know Hazel's been like a huge, like, she's been rallying for
We
us
were
to do
itching,
podcasts.
weren't we?
Oh
I was
my
like, dude,
gosh.
we need to get back. We need to get back. And then it was just so cool that the studio was a lot closer. That we're like, all
Yeah.
right, let's make it happen.
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely one big pro that's on the front of my mind. And one con is just kind of like, man, it's a pro and a con, because I had a lot of fun this year. I went to a lot of different places. I treated myself a lot, but looking back, I now have a bigger debt than I've ever had. And now it's like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck, I wish I knew how to manage my money.
Oh, that's a
better.
good one. You know what?
Yeah.
I have to put that on my list
Yes.
too.
Oh, God, it's like I've made so many great memories, and I've had so many experiences and great meals and cute things that I bought. But looking back, I'm like, oh, look at my credit card balance.
I'll pay for it now.
Exactly. So it's not,
I don't think that's our fault though.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like we weren't really taught like these things.
True. I mean,
So what we can do is just learn and just be better.
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. And that kind of goes into like one of my personal resolutions is to be better financially.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
One goal of mine is to pay off at least one credit card. I have like about 3 that I use like consistently. I want to pay off one. Just one. That's
You can do it.
yeah, just one. I don't want to like be too overly ambitious and say
Yeah.
all of them, because I mean, I only make so
Chip
much money
at
a year.
away. Chip at it.
Yeah.
Chip away at it. That's what I meant to say.
Definitely. What's one of your
So,
resolutions or goals?
I would say definitely. I mean, it's kind of universal. It's like one that you say every year, get healthier. But I really do want to have that as, I guess, not to pressure myself to like be in the gym, but just be active, even if that means walking around for 10, 15 minutes, if that's all I can get. Like, it's kind of, don't beat yourself up if you're not like doing the whole gym thing. Like, your routine's going to be different. I have to tell myself that, you know, so it's okay. Just kind of embracing the little wins. So definitely just be active, get into the things I love, like tennis and basketball more. So it's the little things.
There you go.
Yeah.
I have that as a goal as well, is to just overall be more mindful of what
Yeah.
I put in my body, especially like, yeah, I want to get more healthy. I want to get fit. I feel like, and I was telling Erin earlier, I always say, I want to lose weight. And I'm like, that just sounds a little bit superficial. What I really need to do is try to get more healthy.
Yeah.
If I can eat one vegetable every day, or like, let's say, okay, that's kind of a lot for me. Like, I don't eat a lot of vegetables. If I can incorporate vegetables in at least 50% of what I eat every week, that would be my goal. Because when I think back, I eat so much like bread, rice, meat, fries, and literally not enough vegetables.
You know what? Again, I don't think that's our fault. It's
Oh.
kind of like
Oh my
how
God.
we ate like growing up. But I have to
true.
add one of my one of my New Year's resolutions would definitely have to be also, I feel like spending more time nurturing my business.
Ooh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Definitely.
There we go.
Which I'm doing a little bit by little. Like, I'm doing
Yeah.
my homework and trying to make moves, but I think now it's a matter of execution and consistency with anything, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And, you know, I wish you the best of luck
Thank
with
you.
that, because I know you have like that drive
Yeah.
to be successful, and like you're super talented. Like,
Aw,
if you guys
thank
haven't
you.
seen Hazy Beauty Bar on
Aw.
IG, look at her photos. She's like super talented. If you ever need your permanent makeup done on your eyebrows, hit her
Yeah,
up. If you're
thank you.
in LA. And yeah, no, I wish you the best. It's just so hard trying to get your business out there and to get
Yeah.
clients, but you got this.
I think, you know, it's like what I appreciate about myself is that I'm not gonna give up so easily, and I'm also really cherishing and enjoying each moment and each process, because I know nothing's gonna be a steady uphill. It's just gonna be ups and downs all day long, and you just kind of have to embrace it. And it's kind of crazy because I'm in this point in my life where I feel like I really am just enjoying each moment. Like, I am
good.
and if anybody has known me through all these years, like, you would know that I'm in my head a lot, very, very in my head. So I feel like, like, I can beat myself up if I'm not exceeding my own expectations, because I don't know, I set them so high for myself. But now I'm just kind of learning to let go and just kind of like, you know what, it's chill, it's in God's hands, and We're in good hands.
Gotcha. I think you
Yeah.
found a balance between, being chill about it and also like not losing that momentum. Because one thing I know
Yeah.
about Hazel is that when we were doing layover show together, she didn't have a